gamers, the Rust editions for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One are officially being delisted. Yep, you heard that right. After months of development and growing concerns over performance, Facepunch Studios has announced that these older versions of Rust will no longer be available for purchase from the PlayStation and Xbox stores. Now, this move might come as a shock to some, especially those who still rock their trusty PS4 or Xbox One consoles. So what does this mean for you? What's the reason behind this decision, and more importantly, what are your options moving forward? Stick around, because we're diving deep into the details of this delisting and what it means for Rust players all over the world. Let's start with the big question. Why is Facepunch Studios doing this? Well, the answer lies in the growing demands of Rust itself. Over time, Rust has evolved into a massive online multiplayer experience, full of complex mechanics, high-quality graphics, and continuous updates. These updates and features have been pushing the limits of what the older consoles like the PS4 and Xbox One can handle. The PS4 and Xbox One versions of Rust simply can't keep up anymore. The hardware limitations are causing serious performance issues: lag, lower frame rates, crashes, and instability. For a game as dynamic and ever-changing as Rust, it's crucial to provide a stable and enjoyable experience for players. Unfortunately, the older consoles can't meet those expectations anymore. Facepunch Studios has faced numerous challenges in trying to keep the game running smoothly on these systems, and it's simply become unsustainable to maintain these versions. In addition to performance issues, there are development challenges too. With the game's rapid evolution, new updates are often too demanding for the PS4 and Xbox One to handle. As much as Facepunch Studios wants to continue supporting these platforms, the hard truth is that it's no longer feasible. The decision to delist these versions was made to ensure that future updates and content reach the player base with the best possible experience, which the older consoles just can't offer anymore. So what happens if you're still playing Rust on PS4 or Xbox One? First things first, don't panic. You still have some options. If you want to continue your Rust journey with all the new updates, you'll need to consider upgrading to a next-gen console. PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X are the platforms where Rust is going to thrive moving forward. These consoles offer advanced hardware that can handle the game's complex updates and give you the high-quality performance you deserve. Upgrading means better graphics, smoother gameplay, and most importantly, you'll be able to enjoy all the future updates that Facepunch Studios rolls out. If you're a console player and can get your hands on a PS5 or Xbox Series XS, you'll be all set to experience Rust the way it was meant to be played. But that's not all. If you're Rust diehard and want to experience the game at its best, upgrading to a PC is also a fantastic option. The PC version of Rust has always been the go-to for the best performance, and it continues to receive regular updates and new content. It's the most stable and feature-rich version of the game, and with a powerful gaming rig, you'll get the best visuals and smoothest performance. Now, let's talk about what happens to players who are currently on PS4 or Xbox One. Don't worry, if you already own Rust on these platforms, you'll still be able to play it for the time being. You won't be kicked off or locked out, but there is a catch. Once the game is delisted from the PlayStation Store and Xbox Store, no new players will be able to purchase it or download it. This means if you've got a friend who hasn't jumped into Rust yet, they won't be able to get their hands on the game on PS4 or Xbox One once the delisting takes place. But as an existing player, you're safe, at least for now. However, there's an unfortunate downside. Once the delisting happens, future updates and content will no longer be available to you. That's right, any new features, content, or improvements introduced after the delisting won't be accessible for PS4 or Xbox One players. This is a bummer for those who can't upgrade to newer consoles or PC, but it's part of Facepunch Studios' plan to focus their resources on the platforms that can deliver the best possible experience. Now, how the community is reacting to this news. The reaction has been a bit mixed. For some players, the news is a letdown, especially if they're stuck on an older console and can't afford to upgrade. We all know that upgrading to a new console or a gaming PC isn't cheap, and not everyone has the option to do so right away. On the other hand, many players understand that this decision was made for the betterment of the game. With the growing technical demands of Rust and the limitations of older hardware, it's clear that this move was necessary for Facepunch Studios to continue delivering a high-quality experience. After all, they want to make sure the majority of the players player base can enjoy the game at its best. At the end of the day, this decision isn't just about pushing out players who can't upgrade, it's about ensuring that the Rust community as a whole can continue to grow and evolve. And with most players already moving on to newer consoles or PC, this move is likely to have a limited impact on the community. Looking forward, the future of Rust looks bright, especially for players on PS5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. Facepunch Studios is committed to providing continuous updates, new features, and performance improvements for these platforms. The PS5 and Xbox Series XS consoles are both capable of running Rust with better graphics, higher frame rates, and smoother performance, making them the ideal choice for players looking to dive into the game. For those on PC, Rust continues to be the ultimate experience with the best performance and the most frequent updates. Whether you're exploring new content, getting into intense raids, or simply surviving in the wild, the PC version of Rust will always be the most immersive experience. So, to wrap things up, if you're playing Rust on PS4 or Xbox One, now's the time to start considering your options. While the delisting may be disappointing, it's a necessary step for Facepunch Studios to deliver the best experience possible. Upgrading to a next-gen console or PC will ensure that you continue to enjoy all the amazing new features that Rust has to offer. The game is constantly evolving, and Facepunch Studios is focused on providing the best possible experience for players on newer hardware. If you want to stay at the cutting edge of Rust, upgrading is the way to go. So what are you waiting for? Dive into the new generation of consoles or upgrade your gaming rig and keep enjoying the wild world of Rust. That's it for today, folks. Let me know what you think about the delisting in the comments below, and make sure to hit that like button if you found this video helpful. Subscribe for more gaming news and updates, and I'll see you in the next one.